Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Hopefully you guys out there are having a great day. I know I am. I'm not well into my day. I've only been up about an hour or so. I woke up at like 6:30. Then I was like, I can go to bed, back to bed for like 20 minutes because I just felt so tired. She was like, all right, just go to bed, 20 minutes, easy. So I woke up around 6:50ish, sent out a message to somebody. Somebody messaged me, so I sent them something back. And yeah, that just started my day. So I'm about an hour in. What time is it now? Yeah, I'm almost an hour in, like 58 minutes, something like that. And in terms of what I have to do for the day, literally, you know what I mean? In terms of what I have to do with the beat making plus the business side of selling the beats, is beat making wise, I'm just starting off the day straight up going for the beat making. We are making the beats, as many as I can. We're going for it because I have customs. I have like 3 customs. But what happened was my hard drive disconnected, and I know that future me is gonna really know what that means and how annoying that is. Because yeah, my hard drive disconnected. That makes me pissed. For no reason, just ejected, and you can't eject it back for another 20 minutes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go put myself in a position where I can actually go do cold outreach. And while I'm doing cold outreach, it'll take about 20 minutes. I'll go back to doing this, and yeah, easy peasy, 1, 2, 3. We're back to where we were, making beats just in a bit of a different environment. And yeah, it's making things work. That's really what this is, and what this has been for the last few months, right? It's making things work. Some days it just doesn't work. Some days it does. And today also I'm going for like 9 hours and 30, something like that. I don't think I can quite get 10, but I can get almost 10. So I'll go for as much as I can. But it really is true. It's like how and what you never know, or I never knew what positions I was going to be in. I was just in them. Weirdly, just in them. And maybe in the future it'll be far easier to scope out what my problems are going to be, or it'll be harder and random problems are just going to pop up. But I had no idea the things I would have to learn during this period of time between the email marketing or cold outreach or certain things with Facebook or Instagram that I learned. But all these skills leading me into where I'm at now, which is, kind of no man's land. You know what I mean? I haven't gotten this far being this head on and dedicated to something for this long. So, and even though it really hasn't been that long, it's only day 60. You guys know it's in the title. Day 65. I think for me, for you guys, it's like day 66, something like that. But that's something that really, really throws me off. And I think if you start your journey, or if you've already started your journey, then things just pop up. Things just happen, and it sucks. Yeah. But eventually it stops really like sucking more than it starts to actually just exist. You know what I mean? It just exists. All these problems, they just exist, and all these things that are in the forefront of my brain right now won't be later. You know what I mean? Simply, they won't be. So yeah, so my next, like what I have to do next is get cold outreach done, get all of my stuff in a different position so I can get cold outreach done and have a good charging space. Probably throw on a movie while I do cold outreach because it really isn't that focus heavy cold outreach. And if it's a movie that I don't really care about, I can just hear it and know what happens and stuff. So, all right, so I'm going to go move on. I'm going to move on to do the cold outreach, and I'll be back to you guys pretty much, I would say, at the middle-ish of the day. All right, let's do it. So I finished everything I have to do for the rest of the day, and I feel great, I got very few hours today. I ended early because Facebook just went out.
just went out, and then I went to go help my mom grocery shop. And by the time I got back, it would have been the time that I was already done, and we have pretty much our whole day set up. But I wanted to end this YouTube video because it's how do we deal with situations like this. I didn't deal with it greatly right now. I'm not dealing with it the best way I could, but I am dealing with it with family. You know what I mean? My replacement is family, so I'm not too upset. If it was something more useless, then I would be far more annoyed at myself. It was dopamine, but we're actually talking. We're having a good time, and you know what? Another thing is, I'm gonna finish this off. You know what I mean? I'm gonna edit the videos I have to edit, do everything that is extremely necessary, because I found myself doing things that weren't extremely necessary. You know what I mean? And then I had to go help my mom, so I figured might as well just do that. But in other news, something else I wanted to talk about was the reason why I started this journey, and the reason why I'm posting this journey is because you might be on your journey right now. Today might be day 1. Today might be day 305. Whatever it is for you, I hope you stay consistent today. You know, today's one of those days. It's not for the books. You know what I mean? It's not one of those days that's a record by any means. It's definitely not. But it's meaningful for me. Truly meaningful today. Today's one of those days that I'm going to remember for a while. Even though it's not a record for work, even though it's not a record for anything, but I'm going to remember the day that Facebook just completely went out and no one could use it for about 3-4 hours. So, you know, I don't know if you guys feel the same way on your journey as you're going by and time just flying. You know what I mean? Time just literally, we're already in March 5th. You know what I mean? We're not that far away from being in the middle of March, you know, right dead center in the middle, ready to go. This is one of those exciting moments for me where I realize that I'm not perfect, you know? I have a lot of flaws and I have a lot of things to work on. I will say tomorrow, if I get the amount of emails I want to get, which is possible, it's going to take a lot, because I'd have to get 3 more to get 20 emails, which would be, you know, it would be great. I will say it would be great, but I don't know if I can pull it off. Maybe. I really hope I can. I really, really do. A lot of people are not answering my message about the emails, but I could find their emails, message them a different way. You know how it is. So that's going to be tough in terms of email. Email days on Thursday. I got something pretty big going on. Hopefully tomorrow I hope to have a strict 10-hour day. I hope to just go straight 10 hours. Not going to be joking around too much or anything like that. Just in it. Because I want to spend the rest of my day really talking to my family and getting closer. It's going to be me and my mom pretty much today. A lot of them, my dad and my grandma. So we'll get to talking. We'll get to watching consuming some valuable stuff. And tomorrow will be more on the creative side and creating some valuable stuff. Maybe it means it's an excuse not to work. Maybe. And that's upsetting, the fact that it is. And I'm glad you guys are seeing me conflicted, because this is one of those days that I think are really the important ones. Because it's becoming more casual now. Work is starting to feel more casual too. You know what I mean? It's starting to feel more casual. And, you know, I guess it has become a little more casual. That's why we got to pull out a wild day. Shit, we might go for 12. A 12-hour day tomorrow would be wild. 6 to 6. I'll see what my family's doing tomorrow, see if everything can work out, and try a 6 to 6 type of day. That would be great. I think a 6 to 6 type of day would be really awesome, because then also I can get to making beats. You know what I mean? I can get back into the rhythm of that. Of like, the beats have been taking a complete and utter halt. You know? But then again, I might binge Cold Outreach. So it would just add 2 hours of Cold Outreach. Yeah. If I did 12, that would do that. Maybe make the podcast longer too. You know, the podcast I feel like is way short. And I think you guys tell me, you know, if you want me to do certain things, if you think it would be more interesting if I talked about certain things, definitely let me know in the comments. Let me know. what you think I could pull off. You know what I mean? And I really do believe in this. It's hard to say with almost like a straight face. As Facebook and Instagram go out, that's my whole business. Everything in my business just disappeared for 2 hours. Just gone. Isn't that crazy? For 2 hours, my business was on hold. It's so weird how e-commerce works. I guess that's the downside, huh? Facebook or Instagram goes out, I'm screwed. It's something I never really realized, never was in the forefront of my brain, never really was. You know, and I was reminiscing with my mom when we were in the car. I was reminiscing about, you know, the olden times, 5 years ago. Because for a 19-year-old, I'm 19. For a 19-year-old, it's 5 years is a long time. So when I was 14, I used to, you know, dream about what I was going to be at 19, how I was going to look, and what I was going to do. And of course, I'm not extremely proud of where I ended up and where I'm at now. I'm not extremely proud of the success I've had, but I am proud to have tried. You know, I never really quit. I would say no to things, but I never quit. You know what I mean? And that really, that spark of finding the way I found out what I wanted to do, and now here, at least in this position, really knowing what I want to a certain extent. As the more I found out what I wanted, the more I wanted that thing. At first, it was guitar. I wanted to play guitar in a pit, a Broadway pit, and then it was I wanted to be a screenwriter, and all these things I wanted more and more and more and more. So now it's exactly what I want. I want kids, so I need money for that. Well, I'd rather start with money than with no money. So let's do it. You know what I mean? Let's afford it. You know, because a lot of things people keep saying are unaffordable. So let's afford it. Finally. You know what I mean? Let me not think about money. Finally. And yeah, it'll take years. And it'll pay back in years. You know what I mean? It'll pay back in years. Can you imagine that? What you're doing, what I'm doing, I'd actually paying back in years. But I got to put in some years. You know, I haven't put in a lot of years yet. At all. You know, I haven't put in any years. This is just my start. This is my ground zero. At 19, where I'm at now, it's, you know, it's my baseline. So hopefully, you know, at 25, 23 years old, I can look back and say, okay, I've done something significant. I've done something that has some meat to it, you know? And as we enter a new season also, I think that's big, is that January, February, once that's kind of fades away as it has, and we're in March. As we reach the end of March and winter's over, we reach a new season and different mindsets come in. I'm already seeing different mindsets in terms of the music I've been listening to and the music I've been playing while I work or just in general in the car. The music that I really want to hear is changing and evolving, in the dance music and the dancing that I've been doing lately. I'm a dancer, I know, it's shocking, but I am. And so listening to that type of music, listening to Justin Timberlake, right? It's like I didn't really like Justin Timberlake a couple years ago, but now I'm like getting into it. I'm starting to understand the nuances of the production within that and letting it just take me. Whereas in the beginning of the year, I was listening to far more acoustic, far more Bad Moon Rising even. It's not acoustic, but, you know, like 70s folk rock, really getting into that. So, you know, we change, we evolve. This business is the one consistent, the business and my family, right? If they're my one consistency, that just sounds amazing. It sounds like heaven itself. And everything else that I get is a bonus. You know, it's another thing that really I want to stress badly, is that everything else is a bonus. You know, I can get whatever I get. I can get the money, I can get the fame, I can get the girls. Whatever I wanted, I'll get. That's the bonus. I already have everything I need. Somehow I was granted this, or somehow this fell in my lap, and I'm more than grateful for it. I think gratitude is an overused word. I'm forever grateful. I think you can tell that I really mean that, because I do. I really, really mean that. You can see it in my eyes. A lot of actors, when they talk about that, and when I used to act and I used to do theater acting, you could see it, especially it's live, right? So you could really see it in someone's eyes, and you can let the audience decide if they believe the actor. And the number one thing that it was the eyes. So if you see it within my eyes, if you want to tell if someone's lying, obviously you look at their eyes. This is a big thing. And with me, I think lately especially, I've been looking at I look at my eyes in the mirror and I'm like, these are different eyes. You know, they're a little bit different. They're a little more, they're one step towards the truth of who I'm becoming and who I currently am. You know, no more lies, no more BS. You know, finally finding out my potential and what I can pull off, even if that means despite a result or a short-term result, right? So on that note, see you guys next time. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hope you guys had a great day, and I'll continue mine. All right, let's do it. See you next time.